Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manju and I'm going to teach you how to make a fabric button. If you guys are wondering what a fabric button is, that's it. So you would have seen this before, usually on a woman's garment for a decorative purpose on the yokes, replacing it as a button, and also on the cuffs and accessories such as purses, bags, hair clips, earrings, and so on. And the difference is that the ones that you get in the market are filled with sponge. So what happens is when you kind of press it like that, it becomes flat because a sponge is not firm. But in this, it doesn't happen so. Unless you stitch it very loose, that it could become flat. But if you give the proper tension and stitch it in the right way, it's not gonna change any shape. So let's start and see how we go. So I have taken a square swatch of fabric. You could also take a circle, but since a square is much easier to cut and also save fabric, I've taken a square, and this is linen, so it has a natural shine in it. All you need is a needle, and make sure you have 4 strands of thread because we need to do a lot of pulling, and with 2 strands it might just break off in between, and you don't want to repeat it again. And of course a pair of scissors. To start with, just poke from any point of the fabric and just make a circle. A very rough circle, doesn't have to be very perfect, which is just used to pull. And this is running stitch, the most simplest stitch anyone could do. So I'm using a contrast thread so you kind of see my stitches more easily. So that's not a circle at all, but so put your finger in the center and just pull it like that, so you know how it looks. So what you do is turn it around and tuck all this excess fabric after the stitch into the bowl shaped part, and keep pulling that thread so that you kind of know where the stitches come, and it's easy to pull it. Yeah, see, now you're here, and then keep pulling. It's like closing a ball, an empty ball or a balloon, whatever you call. And then when you're here, make sure you sort of press it flat. Yeah, having the thread kind of in the center. And then once you're here, now we need to stitch back from the sides. Make sure you stitch only the first layer and not all the layers inside. It could get more harder to get your shape. Then if you're a first timer, don't worry, maybe you're slower than me, but you definitely will get faster one day. Keep practicing. You can use your thumb. It really gives you a nice shape to your button. And then you see, it's like more like a bowl now. Then when you, so what happens is, like, we're almost there. Yeah, use your thumb and your pointing finger to roll it like that for a good shape. Meanwhile, also pull your thread. Please don't pull too hard, otherwise it'll break off. And then see, it's there. But we don't want to have a messy finish, yeah, because though it's going to go backwards and you won't be able to see this part, I don't encourage anybody to do a messy job even at the hidden part, so I'm not going to teach you such a dirty job too. So here you see this excess material here. We're going to stitch them back together, nice and firm and neatly bind together. So I'm going through. So not everybody will get the same shape. So if you really feel like something is not right and there's some more extra fabric sticking out, please go over and over again until you're really satisfied, because the main thing is that you need to be happy with what you're doing. I would try even new pieces when I'm not happy with what I'm doing, because I need to be satisfied. So here, see, Though I used a contrast thread, you can hardly see it. And now you could do anything out of it, you know, even if you just make one stitch here on top, it's still neat. When you don't do it tight and when it's really loose, you will kind of see wrinkles all around, and anyone could say it's not a nice one. So to finish it, let's make a knot. And then people who are not used to stitching end up cutting right next to the stitch, which is really bad because your knot will come off and your whole work will get back too. So when you do the knot like that, just poke it right next to it and try to come out elsewhere, and then cut the thread here. So in that case you have a neat finish. Your knot is not noticed, and your knot is not going to come out. The edge is also not noticed. You could just, you see, you don't know where it's gone in. So that's it. I hope you guys will be able to do this very easily. So hope you guys like the video. Please do try and share pictures if you can of the products that you create after doing that. I'll be so happy. Meanwhile, I'd like to show what I've already done. This is a top of a 2-year-old child that I used the buttons. You see, I replaced them with the plastic buttons, and it looks much better in the sense. It really adds value to your normal garment. And this is my brand, Ishta. I've just been doing it locally, so it's not that worldwide or anything. But you will come across this name quite a lot in my products because I'm already making quite a lot. And earrings, you could make them long as this, shorter, or even studs. See, I have studs in like different colors. This is really nice and useful for children. You don't have to worry about your kids losing your earrings, and then you can make a number of shades matching your garments. And look, I've made one. I'm wearing one. It's also fabric. It looks much better than plastic, wearing plastic Chinese products. And I have hair clips. You could also make them in prints, especially when you are stitching a garment for an occasion that is so special. You could take the leftover bits and create matching accessories. You could create n number of stuff. It's so fun, and once you get a hold of it, nobody could stop you. And then, but again, if you're just going to make for one or two, in the beginning it might be really nice because you're excited, but later you can get bored. So make use of your leisure times. Maybe even when you're watching TV, you're really bored. If you have fabric, some of your favorite bits of fabric that you don't want to throw, if you're very conscious about not wasting or recycling, please save the fabric. Maybe you might not need it today, but another day, store it in a place where you can take it whenever you want. Make a couple of them in all different colors, shades, and prints. I just have an example for you. These are all different colors that I already have. It's just a small sample to show you. So when you kind of have a lot of them, you find it more motivating to start something new or start doing something bigger than you actually visualized. I have made, see this one? Just a whole lot of pink shades and different sizes, also small to big. And I have a blue shade here also. Likewise, I have in all the shades in different materials, like this is purely cotton, but I have also in silk. I have raw silk and pure silk. I have blends. I have, all different materials. But I try to stick more to natural fabrics, in the sense no synthetic, because I don't like them. And the cotton and silk definitely makes a bigger difference and adds more value to your garment, which is more important. So say for example, if I had made this in a synthetic material, I don't know how good it would look, but with cotton it really looks nice, simple and elegant. So yes, so I hope you guys will try out something and get inspired. I'm mainly doing this for all those who are at home with so much talent and not knowing what to do or how to start with. I'm going to start teaching you guys all the little things so you could follow and learn one by one and create your own stuff. And meanwhile, before you guys forget, please like, share, subscribe and comment if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.